Yawning is an intriguing and universal behavior that has piqued the curiosity of scientists, philosophers, and lay people alike for centuries. Although yawning is an action familiar to everyone, the reasons behind it are not wholly understood. Today, we will delve into the psychology of yawning and explore its potential functions, origins, and the mysteries that still shroud this commonplace act. To begin with, it's essential to understand what yawning is. A yawn is a reflex consisting of the simultaneous inhalation of air and stretching of the eardrums, followed by an exhalation. This act, which may seem simple, is shared by many species, not just humans. From reptiles and birds to mammals, yawning is a universal gesture, indicating that it could serve a fundamental biological purpose. But what exactly is that purpose? One of the most common theories regarding why we yawn is related to physiological brain cooling. The premise is that yawning helps regulate the temperature of the brain. Our brains operate most efficiently within a narrow temperature range, and yawning might assist in maintaining this optimal environment. During a yawn, the deep inhalation increases the intake of cooler air, which helps to exchange the warm air inside our bodies, consequently cooling the blood flow to the brain. Interestingly, yawning is often associated with feelings of tiredness or boredom, which might also support the brain cooling theory. When we are fatigued, our brain might require additional cooling to maintain alertness and cognitive function. Similarly, during dull moments, yawning could serve to increase alertness when our surroundings fail to stimulate our minds fully. Beyond its physiological implications, yawning has taken on social dimensions, particularly through what is known as contagious yawning. This phenomenon occurs when we yawn in response to seeing others yawn. Contagious yawning is not limited to humans. It is observed among chimpanzees and even dogs in response to human yawns. The underlying cause of contagious yawning is still debated. Some researchers suggest that it is linked to empathy and social bonding. The idea is that by yawning when others do, we demonstrate a subconscious level of empathy and shared experience. It helps to keep groups synchronized and attuned to one another's state of alertness or stress. It's also worth noting that not everyone is equally susceptible to contagious yawning. Studies have indicated that young children and individuals on the autism spectrum, who may process social cues differently, tend to experience contagious yawning less frequently. This further supports the idea that yawning is tied to social and emotional processing. But what about spontaneous yawning, the kind that occurs without any apparent external stimulus? It is thought that spontaneous yawning could be an evolutionary trait from our ancestors. During times of heightened alertness or when entering new surroundings, yawning could have played a role in preparing the brain for increased vigilance, a critical advantage for survival. Despite these theories, the exact purpose of yawning remains elusive, partially because yawning appears to serve multiple functions that may have evolved over time. As with many biological phenomena, it's conceivable that yawning is multifunctional, catering to both physiological needs and social dynamics. In conclusion, yawning is more than just a simple reflex. It serves as a window into the complex interplay between our physiological state and social environment. As we've discussed, theories about yawning's role in brain cooling, social bonding, and ancestral survival strategies are all part of the broader understanding of why we yawn. While the specific triggers and purposes of yawning are not fully deciphered, it undoubtedly plays an essential role in our daily lives and interactions. As research continues to explore this fascinating behavior, yawning will remain an interesting subject of study that underscores the intricate nature of human and animal behavior. Our understanding will likely evolve, reflecting new insights into this ubiquitous yet mysterious act, suggesting that sometimes the simplest actions hold the most profound secrets.